country of diversity, striking the right balance between tradition and modernity.
From high mountains to wide seas.
From history to great architecture.
From art to the art of living.
From wine to French cuisine.
Beyond the plate, beyond the recipe that makes the success of the French cuisine, there is ambition, innovation, commitment, and dedication.
These are the ingredients of the entrepreneurship recipe.
The recipe we follow to empower people, to do things that matter, to have a greater impact, to do good and do better.
We are Enactus
Enactus Neoma Business School.
I'm Celine. Enactus was obvious for me.
My name is Rim. I was a member of Enactus in Morocco.
I'm Khan, and I'm becoming next year's team leader.
My name is Lena, and I participated to the international seminar this year in Russia.
And this is our whole dedicated team, sharing the same passion and the same ambition. We want our business expertise to improve life, not only in our local community, but also wherever it needs be. On a local scale, we are developing 2 projects, solving issue of renting household appliances and furniture to students at low prices. On an international scale, we are developing Beyond, our new project, which aims at introducing soy farming in Senegal to fight against child malnutrition. Today, we are glad to share with you the story of the Eco Cooker project.
The Eco Cooker project started in 2012 when our paths crossed a globetrotter. His name is Lionel. He is a truly inspiring person. For 30 years, he's been wandering across the globe, seeking ways to improve people's lives. He told us the story of Ramajan, a woman called Mama, and her community. Women he met who opened his eyes to an unknown threat hovering above their heads. And here we are today, standing before you to denounce one of the hardest, most harmful household chores women have to deal with on a daily basis: cooking. Cooking is responsible for millions of deaths every year. Ladies and gentlemen, allow us to unveil this unexpected killer. Every day, just like 3 billion people in the world, Mama uses wood fire to cook. In fact, she uses a traditional technique called 3-stone oven.
Every day, Mama walks for at least 3 hours to fetch the wood she needs, and every day, she is going further and further to collect the 8 kilograms of wood she needs. Consequently, and due to this extreme consumption of wood, Africa is the 2nd fastest loser of forests in the world. In many countries in West Africa, those forests have already completely vanished. Once Mama gets the wood, she still has to spend 3 or 4 more hours in front of the fire, breathing toxic smoke released by the combustion. Can you imagine how dangerous it is for her and for her children? The World Health Organization has estimated that toxic smoke from cooking is responsible for more than 2.4 million deaths a year. 2.4 million deaths every year. This is more than the death from malaria or tuberculosis. Actually, 1 person dies every 20 seconds. Considering this, since the beginning of our presentation, 10 women like Mama have already died. This is totally unfair and unacceptable. In addition to that, 92% of the emitted heat with the 3-stone oven is lost.
We are convinced that Mama would rather spend all this time and all this wasted energy for education, professional training, or commercial activities that would in turn guarantee decent work and economic growth. To be honest, we first felt helpless, as the issue was way bigger than us. But then we realized that we had a powerful weapon able to solve any problem: our unfireable entrepreneurial spirit. So we set our goals to improve living and sanitary conditions, combat desertification, halt and reverse land degradation and biodiversity loss.
First, we gathered the necessary knowledge, surrounded ourselves by a community, sharing the same values, the same goals, and the same motivations. Our solution? Empower both people we work with and people we work for. Collaboration was the key to create an alternative cooking technique. We created a local strategic center composed of a business pool, Enactus, and our engineering pool. 4 engineer students and 20 students in the metal industry. They helped us creating our first prototype and ensuring its quality. Thanks to their commitment, we all discovered a global challenge and thus worked together, business, engineers, and metal industry students to achieve our ultimate goal. In other words, a win-win collaboration.
The engineering pole experiments and improves while we pilot and monitor the project. Our first prototype, Gao Gao, was made of recycled paint cans. We conducted a field assessment and realized it did not fit the local requirements. So we worked on a second, much more efficient prototype, our final oven, Atlas. Atlas needs 8 times less wood than a traditional cook stove. And because it burns wood at 650 degrees, it is hot enough to eliminate 90% of the toxic smoke, really close to our sanitary and environmental goals.
As many beneficiaries, Mama and her community have tested Atlas and found it highly effective. To prepare a cheboudienne, a traditional Senegalese recipe, she needs to boil 10 liters of water. With the 3-stone oven, she needed 4 kilos of wood. But now, with Atlas, she only needs 500 grams. Amazing, don't you think? Let's listen to Mama talking about their experience.
C'est plus bon, c'est plus mieux. Économiser du bois très vite.
Mais la magie, si tu veux, de ce fourneau, parce que c'est une magie, ce fourneau est magique, quoi. Ça les arrange beaucoup. T'imagines une femme qui va faire 7 heures de temps à chercher en brousse du bois, ça existe, ça. Et après, pour préparer, elle va rester 3 heures à préparer avec un système normal, alors qu'avec ça, c'est 1 heure ou 40, c'est 3 fois moins de temps. C'est 3 fois plus d'économie, 4 fois plus d'économie de bois, 3 fois moins de temps de cuisson. C'est tellement fantastique, c'est de l'eau magique.
Ça va apporter une action sociale. C'est vraiment un appui social pour nos femmes très fatiguées, pour aller retrouver du bois, aller chercher du bois, vraiment pour faire la cuisine. C'était une grande corvée pour nos femmes. Et vraiment, ces fourneaux-là vont vraiment les aider.
Thanks to this acceptability test, it is now obvious that our product is perfectly suited to our target audience customs. For this product to become a real game changer, we have built strong partnerships with Oceanium in Senegal, Kengaba in Mali, and a Boilermaker in Burkina Faso. Those 3 stakeholders became our operational center. Our community is getting bigger, and that's our goal. We want Atlas to empower men and women, not only to use it, but to produce it and to commercialize it too.
It was now time to step up and increase production volumes by opening 3 craft workshops in each country. Between 2012 and 2014, Atlas was commercialized in Mali, Burkina Faso, and Senegal with locally available materials at the purchasing price of $17, with the production capacity of 59 units per month. Our average production cost was $11. 4 boilermakers and 3 apprentices were employed in Mali. We coordinated and piloted by giving them the guidelines to manage the launch of the new business. And actually, they did very well. Distribution is ensured by Lionel and our partners, backing across the countries to sensitize women to buy the oven. Indeed, sensitization is crucial for Atlas to be more likely to break into the market. In this context, and since the launching of our business, a great part of our distribution policy has taken place on the informal way. We co-create a training process to teach women to use the oven and to sensitize their counterparts to its health benefits. Around 90 women were trained in each country.
Our first results were really encouraging, and we achieved a turning point in Burkina Faso when entrepreneurs du monde offered to handle the development of the project. The strategic center was changing. As a part of our operational center, became self-sufficient and sustainable thanks to our empowerment. Currently called FASONAFA, Atlas is commercialized by its social business, Nafanana, and around 70 ovens are sold each month.
In Mali and Senegal, we struggled to meet the growing demand, so we decided to take up the challenge to launch semi-industrial workshops, providing our community with secure employment contracts. This new production model brought economies of scale and enhanced the production yield. Our production capacity tripled, and the selling price dropped from $17 to $13, increasing our profit. We started in Mali, and thanks to Atlas sale and subsidies, we bought the necessary machinery to produce our oven more efficiently.
At the same time, we defined a new business model and decided to directly empower a new community, our beneficiaries. Here was our strategy: train women from Bolaise prison to become commercials. Integrating women in social rehabilitation was totally in line with our wish to reduce poverty, strengthening the local economic system. We had planned on coming and training these women, but as the situation in Mali was becoming more and more insecure, our school cancelled our departure. Nevertheless, following our advice, our partner trained 10 women to sell the oven and to sensitize the local population. In addition to that, each woman had a formal labor contract.
Let me give you some figures. We forecasted that each woman would sell 35 ovens per month and would earn a commission of $1.73. This model provided them an income of $60, higher than the legal minimum wage, standing at $48.
In Kangaba, our workshop was growing, and we were very proud of this achievement. But last year, terrorist attacks in Bamako destabilized the region and messed up our workshop. Women came back to their villages, boilermakers and apprentices stopped working. There are only one boilermaker and one apprentice left. A fearful mood settled down. It's a bitter pill for our team, our partners, and our stakeholders. The project was in a deadlock, so we went to Senegal looking for new opportunities when we met Socer. Socer is a Senegalese social business developing renewable energies equipment. They had recently patented a new revolutionary oven called Yukute. No longer using wood, but biomass, they achieved replacing wood by briquettes and pellets made from green waste and peanut shells. This oven was exactly in line with our environmental goals. No more destruction of forest, no more wood to burn, and no more toxic fumes.
We were at a second turning point, another strategic center transfer. Convinced by the power of the innovation, we decided to help them with our business skills until they reach sustainability. We were definitely in. We launched and financed a social acceptability test. A representative sample of our target audience showed that people are really interested in buying Yokute. Mama's village was curious and enthusiastic about it.
Since then, we've been supporting their initiative by sharing our experience and giving them guidelines to build an efficient distribution network. In this context, we went back to Senegal in last April to conduct a product demonstration in Saint-Louis district, where Mama lives. There, we trained 30 women to use the product. To do so, we compared the two cooking processes, the 3-stone oven and the Yokute. And the results were really amazing. Arame, a woman who cooked during the demonstration, told us it was much less tiring. She wished the production could be launched as soon as possible. When Socer is ready to launch, we plan to help them broadcasting their innovation in strategic cities. In the short run, we plan to strengthen the project in Mali and Senegal until our partners reach sustainability. In the long run, the potential market for the Eco Cooker can be extended to all West African households sharing the same needs.
Since the beginning of our project in 2012, we have begun to help a great community to fight against the use of wood fire for cooking.
24 students of our region became actors of global issues resolution.
9 people have been empowered to lead their own project and become entrepreneurs. Now, they are running 3 successful businesses. Thousands of people have been sensitized. Thanks to collaboration, we have started to reach our three main goals.
6,100 ovens have been sold. Given that one household has on average 8 people, we have impacted 48,000 lives.
12 legal and operational jobs have been created.
10,000 tons of CO2 have been saved, and hundreds of trees are preserved.
Women, like Mama, have no time to have a job, take care of their children's education, and raise the community's awareness.
Children are now less exposed to toxic smoke when carried on their mother's back.
Unskilled people are now able to work.
We will keep on involving all the people who want to improve and develop the project. We'll keep on helping our partners so that they can handle the project on their own, impacting hundreds of thousands of lives. We are proud to tell you that Nafanana has been awarded Startup of the Week by Jeune Afrique magazine on June 23, 2016. That's a beautiful success story of empowerment we wish for all our communities. Beyond social entrepreneurship, our action is part of a sustainable development approach because we, Enactus Neoma, are convinced that shaping tomorrow's world is the business of today.
We are Enactus France!
Thank you, France. Good presentation. The material for the stove, where are you sourcing that in material? And is it sustainable?
I'm sorry, please can you repeat
Where
the
are
question?
you sourcing the material for the stove?
Okay.
And is that sustainable?
The material we are sourcing our material from locally from the villages. Actually, our business plan was the purpose of our business plan was to use locally available resources, not only the material but also the labor force. So we really focus on this. We wanted our product to be as affordable as possible, so we used locally available material.
Great presentation. For the 12 formal jobs created, is their income reliant on the number of cookers sold, or is it a kind of fluctuating income?
Could you repeat the question? I'm sorry.
For the 12 formal jobs created, is their income reliant on the number of cookers sold, or does it fluctuate month by month?
No. So these 12 jobs are all located in our target countries. It includes our boilermakers and apprentices, and also now because a lot of them have left, it includes also our women ambassadors who are selling the cooker on the villages. Did I answer to your question? Thank you.
Hi. You mentioned that women can make $60 per month if they sell 32 ovens. How realistic is that number, and how sustainable is that in the future as well?
So we have to consider that first of all, to launch our project, we have been financed by private companies and also our public institutions. So it has helped us to begin the project. After that, all the profit of the cooker is reinjected on the project, and now it becomes enough to pay the income to these women. So it depends on it is related to the number of cookers they are selling, But also for this business to be sustainable, we have these funds we have had at the beginning of the project, and after it is growing and growing, and after the money will be enough from the profit to finance these women.
Hi there. I just had a clarification for the partnership with Saussure. Can you clarify for me what exactly they took care of? Sounded like they came up and patented the materials versus what role you played. And also, as my colleague mentioned, we know a great source in Senegal if you need ingredients for your fuel.
Well, our role with Saucer was to empower and advise them, because thanks to our former experience in Mali, we've been able to promote their innovation, so you could take, among a specific sample of beneficiaries that we had with Atlas when we were selling it in Senegal. So we promote this oven among this a specific sample of beneficiaries, and in the long run, we aim at supporting them till the production of the cooker, and to get their innovation off the ground.
It was as a follow-up question to what was said before. So how much money have the women made themselves this year from selling the cookers, rather than what has been pumped in the initial seed funding for the project?
It depends on the cookers that are sold each month, so it is always changing for the moment. Also because of the situation, well, because of some of our workers have left,